Now, I don't know what you did for your last birthday, but it probably wasn't this.
Tonight we'll be using these weapons.
This is, we put the meat in it and then we put it at the top of the barbecue. We call it sikh in our language.
It's an idea that combines our hunger for food with our thirst for understanding. Throw a bit of empathy in there for good measure, and you've got yourself free to feed.
Just for 10 seconds, not more than 10 seconds.
It's a pop-up cooking class run by refugees that comes to your house or a nearby cafe and teaches you how to cook in the instructor's native cuisine.
We've done some weird stuff for my birthday, so I can't say this is the weirdest thing we've done, but it's definitely the most fun.
In Spice, we call it Golpark, this one. You can smell it, yeah. It's new for you.
Already, it's been changing the lives of newly arrived refugees with limited opportunity for employment. And it's all thanks to this woman, Loretta Bollerton.
I've been working in the refugee sector for about 8 years before I started Free to Feed. I was working for large NGOs, and as much as I could help with things like housing and other sort of emergency stuff, I really couldn't help with the two main things that people were talking to me about, being lonely and not being able to find work. There are periods of absences on the CV because people have been in detention for prolonged periods. Their references are based in Afghanistan or Iran, and employers are not really willing to give them a call. We've employed 14 refugees or people seeking asylum. We've run about 200 cooking classes and events, and we've met about 3,000 people from the Australian community. Mind you, we haven't spent a day working in a kitchen or I'm not even really a very good cook. So we were sort of making it up from the beginning. Maybe don't put that on TV.
The moment I met Loretta and Free to Feed, it was my happiness.
I met Nayran in a little cafe in Collingwood about 6 months ago. The moment I met her, she blew me away. She's so warm and she's really passionate about feeding people and about sharing Syrian culture.
As an asylum seeker, I don't hope a lot. I wish one day I can open my coffee shop or restaurants to support my son. Every time when I knock the door for any restaurant, they will give me as dishwasher. I tell them I can cook, they give me the kitchen to clean.
They've worked their whole lives in their home country in food and feeding people, but those skills aren't really recognised when coming to Australia.
Everywhere you go, they need the certificate, and I don't have any certificate. My hand is my certificate. I can cook for anyone to taste. I give every person one piece. I don't give half. The cuisine or the food, we make it with love. You will come to Syria with my spices and with my food. You will fly to my home.
Of course, Nayran never intended to leave her home. In 2012, she was forced to abandon her successful restaurant in Damascus and seek safety elsewhere.
The killing, the bombing start, my children start to be afraid at night, especially when we go to our job and we get back, we see some blood on the floor. The last one in 2011, they called me that we have 118 person in the bus, all burned. The faces, it was, I cannot imagine, all burned. I thought I cannot stand it. I have like my older one 15, my youngest one 4. I tell my husband, no, not anymore, not anymore. They don't like to leave the place we build, we love. All the time they tell me, you make us lost our home, our family.
Nayran arrived in Australia in 2014, and after almost a year in detention, she was settled in Melbourne, where she began to build a new life for herself.
When I came to Melbourne the first time, I was shocked that the people sleep very early. In my country, we stay till 2 o'clock at midnight, or after even.
There is a real appetite from the Australian community for these kinds of authentic experiences. You know, it's really like being in Nayran's kitchen or being in Hamid's kitchen.
Hi everyone, my name is Hamid. Today I'm going to make you Persian food. To me, the best food in the world is Persian food. My country food, I'm very excited to do that and hope you like it. Tonight is my 90 cooking class.
People walk away from Hamid's classes feeling so warm. They eat amazing food, but it's his willingness and openness to share.
This dip is my father's dip. He made up in our country when he was free at home.
Everyone gets their hands dirty and learns about the food by doing.
I was assigned to doing the pomegranates.
Go one and one like this.
I bought a pomegranate to make a salad at home, and it took me probably twice as long as the way he showed me how to do it today.
Oh, that's better than the way I
And then tap.
So it's not an ordinary cooking class. There's no demonstration. Everyone's involved.
I made the baklava. I've always really loved baklava. I didn't quite understand how it all came together, but it just all comes together with 2 sticks of butter. So that's alarming, but yummy. I'd be worried.
Is he dead?
It's quite transformative, if I may say so myself. Going from knowing, having no connections, no food knowledge, Australian food knowledge, and then, meeting so many people every week, connecting with Australians, learning about Australian culture. They're really, Melbourne standard chefs now. It's amazing.
They are happy. They come to see the culture, know the culture, and taste it. All Australia want to taste this food. That's my happiness if I can do it.